we're outside of a CUNY Board of Trustees meeting on the topic of the budget and the question of cutbacks as well as a proposed 5% tuition increase.
They just let in all of the speakers and administration people and the bureaucrats, left the students outside.
They're looking to raise tuition like they've done in the past while cutting the budget at the same time. They claim it's because of the economic crisis, but really what they're trying to do, and it is partly, and they're trying to make ordinary working people and youth and students pay for the crisis, and we don't think we should have to pay for this crisis. They're not listening to us now, but we think what we have to do is get organized with students, with the faculty, with the campus workers, with everybody that cares about public education, and organize a mass struggle to save our public institutions, get more funding, make them better, and have the banks and Wall Street pay for this crisis and not us.
We're here picking up the slack and raising tuition for the businesses and the people who have actually lost out this money in the recession, and so we're here to correct some of that injustice.
Our school! Our school!
This is a university that's older than you, that will be gone.
It was free,
We
support the financial increase that students unfortunately have to pay, but at the same time we know that it's important that we really think about the kinds of revenue sources that the school has. Thank you.
We know that any increment is a hardship. No one feels any joy in raising tuition at a public school. But we also know that we cannot continue to mount a quality education program without a stable budget. Across the nation, government support accounts for an increasingly smaller portion of higher ed budgets.
Hello, I'm Patrick Fruit. I'm a student at Brooklyn College and chairperson of NYPIRG's statewide board of directors. NYPIRG does not support tuition hikes. In the past, many lawmakers. In the current budget climate, we cannot trust that TAP will be there to shield low-income students. This year, every TAP recipient's award was reduced by $75. The tuition hikes that you are considering will also affect the students who are subject to these TAP cuts. We would not be surprised to see another round of TAP rule changes proposed in the next executive budget. Even if TAP is restored and held harmless from further cuts, there are still many students who will have their access threatened. About 20,000 CUNY students with very low incomes received smaller TAP awards last year because they were considered independent. There are also more than 8,000 CUNY students who have exhausted their TAP eligibility. A tuition hike may shut them out of CUNY for good. Many students who receive TAP also receive a federal Pell Grant. The recent increase in the maximum Pell Grant to $5,500 is not an excuse to increase tuition. When Pell was first established, it paid 77% of the average public student's cost of attendance. Before the recent increase, the maximum Pell Grant only paid 35%. In this budget and political climate, there is no assurance that Pell will be there either. Pell is now facing a $5.7 billion shortfall, and the maximum grant under the program may be cut by $845 if this isn't closed. If Congress doesn't address this now, this week, it may be a much tougher sell to the House's new austerity-minded leadership.
The international clubs say no tuition hike, and more precisely, no tuition period. The new 7% hike, combined with additional charges and cuts aimed at graduate students, the Black Male Initiative, ethnic studies, and other programs, will make it even more difficult for poor and working class students to stay in school. There is a drive to privatize as much as possible to take the public out of public education. We say no way, and we join with students and young people from Britain to California to Puerto Rico to Mexico to France in saying no in education and social services. We need to join with transit workers facing cutbacks and layoffs, with the immigrants and the power of the whole working class, which has the power to shut the city down in defense of our basic rights. The fact is that free tuition existed at New York City's public colleges beginning in 1847 and lasted through wars and financial crises, including the Great Depression. But ever since slavery, oppressed minorities have been denied equality and equal education. They would rather see us remain disposable workers struggling to survive off the meager salaries we make as people without a college education. We say abolish the Board of Trustees and the administration, students, faculty, and campus workers can democratically run the university.
Shut the board down. Students and labor.
I just want to say something.
Did you already speak?
Can we speak on my behalf? I just want to say that some of you guys, I just got here an hour ago, but I've been witnessing that some of you guys are laughing when we talk, and I think that's a very disrespectful thing to do.
The fact that Goldstein walked out the meeting, that's really
All right, my last name is Escobar. Can I speak?
Where's Goldstein at?
He's a minority too. Sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia. I don't care about anybody. All I care about is your pocket. And let me tell you something. This day you be upset that
What is going to be the increase next year?
charging us mad money to come to school and not disgusting.
I've been looking at all the
Disgusting.
What's your name?
Maria Munoz, Lower Community College. I thought this year was very important for us to point out how we feel about the tuition hikes. However, I feel that it was very disrespectful that Chancellor Goldstein left and some of the work.
They say cut back, we say fight back.
But we stay strong, so we're
I got
gonna
like 10 of those in my pocket.